It's been about 8 months since I've done one of these, but gosh darn it if I don't do another, especially on a Helluva Boss character after how good of a start Season 2 was. I would be doing a disservice to the community at that point, I really would. On my How Strong is Blitz video, the comments seem to be about 50-50 split between if I should talk about Millie or Stolas next. And considering how focused the last episode was on Stolas, I simply cannot get this character off my mind at this current point in time. So the Millie fans are gonna have to suck it up for the time being. Sorry fellas. If you're new to these types of videos, this is where I take a character from a show I watch, usually a cartoon, to list and calculate their feats to see just how strong they really are. When it comes to the Hell hierarchy, Stolas is part of the Ars Goetia family, which is the 4th highest ranked group in Hell behind Lucifer the King, Charlie Morningstar the Princess, and the 7 Deadly Sins. Asmodeus being one of the 7 Deadly Sins, to be clear. Meaning his political influence is higher than demons like Blitz, Verosika, Luna, and even the Pride Ring overlords like Valentino. But I wanted to bring this point up because just because you're high in Hell's hierarchy doesn't automatically make you a demon powerhouse. Take imps like Fizzarali or Striker, for example. Under the right circumstances, these two make some of the sinners and succubi we've seen so far look like complete and utter jobbers. Don't worry, I'm not downplaying Stolas. He's still pretty terrifying in his own right. When it comes to his physical strength, we didn't really see much of a display from him until the Season 2 premiere episode, to be honest. And by that, I mean him stopping Stella's incoming slap, which, I mean, isn't a ton. You know, holding onto her wrist long enough for a decent amount of time before he more or less let her go. Considering what we've seen this woman is capable of when she loses her temper, I'd say that's a little bit impressive. You know, when mad enough, she was seen throwing smaller sized imps with just one hand with enough force to have them cause loud crashes when she did so. Not much to go on when it comes to speed or reaction time either. Due to Stolas' royal status and expecting others to get things done for him for the most part under, most circumstances, he sometimes gives off a non-existent fighting / violent attitude compared to a lot of the other main characters in Helluva Boss. Like in the Lululand episode where it almost seemed like he allowed himself to get captured or harmed so his IMP guards would protect him. But I guess you could also argue he just wanted Blitz in specific to protect him to live out some weird knight in shining armor rescue fantasy over and over. And knowing Stolas, the latter seems to be the most likely. He seems to only get serious when he's either at his absolute limit with patience or needs to protect the secrets of demons being real from becoming fact to the people of the surface. Like when he instantly reacted to that one imp dropping down from the ceiling behind him. After that serious moment he just had with Octavia, Mr. Prince was no longer playing games. Now for the meaty stuff. Stolas' abilities as a demon as well as his signature abilities as an Ars Goetia member. According to the artist Fatisse, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, if not, I apologize, who worked on the Hazbin Hotel pilot, all demons have the capability of transforming into a more powerful form if they're enraged enough or need to take a fight more seriously, which is actually something I failed to mention in my Blitz video. However, because we haven't seen him actually transform on screen yet, not adding that feat to his list isn't necessarily the end of the world. Stolas, on the other hand, we have seen transform. When Stolas activates his full demon form, he's able to take over the bodies of the living, interfere with electrical devices' functionality, take over multiple dead bodies, essentially turning them into zombies, while simultaneously controlling a living body, meaning an argument could be made that if Stolas wanted to take over a part of Earth's surface, he could turn like New York City into Raccoon City if he wanted to. Stolas technically doesn't even need to be holding his grimoire to access the surface either. This man was able to create a portal to the IMP office with just his hands, causing him no strain or fatigue at all. And to a bit of a lesser note, he's able to use the same technique to get to different rings in Hell. Stolas has also displayed small forms of telekinesis a few times, mainly guiding his grimoire to his hands. Then of course, his Medusa-esque petrification ability, which was able to turn a small imp demon into stone instantly. And since this imp was never shown to break out of said stone, I think it's safe to assume this petrification lasts as long as Stolas wants it to, on whatever target he chooses. It's possible other members of the Ars Goetia have access to all of Stolas' specific powers, but we don't know that for sure as of right now. The closest thing we've seen is Paimon shapeshifting his owl form from starting in a form that looked just as demonic as Stolas' full beast form in episode 6. As one last side note of sorts, during a BLM charity stream in June 2020, Viv herself described Stolas as being more powerful than Alistar, aka one of the Pride Ring overlords. However, she did say that she hadn't given this statement a ton of thought because of how much their two abilities vary, so putting them more or less around the same level of power seems fair, I think. So overall, how strong is Stolas actually? Well, due to him having even less on-screen time feats than Blitz, I can't in good conscience rank him somewhere as high as small town level or even planet level. Like, planet level would be crazy. The biggest thing that gives him potential planet level, if anything, is the portal opening ability. Since he's able to travel to galaxies in space, there's potential for the ability to open a portal into a black hole that sucks a planet inside of it. However, until we see him actually doing that, we simply cannot call him planet level at this current moment. We just can't do it. And looking back on it, I was probably a bit too generous when it came to Blitz's ranking too. A character can have super unique powers that have the ability to create genocide to an entire species, but that doesn't automatically make them city or country level. Someone being city or country level means they have an ability or the raw physical strength to wipe out an area the size of a city or country in one fell swoop within a few minutes tops. Whereas someone like Stolas, who can control multiple people at once, wouldn't be able to destroy a city-sized structure or area with all those people in just a few minutes. It just wouldn't happen. There simply isn't enough evidence to say Stolas is that high. Therefore, Stolas will be placed at small building with standard building level potential at the current moment. And while I'm at it, I'm going to change my opinion on Blitz just a tad by putting him at high athlete level to mid-street level. All in all, Stolas is easily one of the most powerful characters we have seen in Helluva Boss, and I hope we get to see more of how he can hold his own in a combat setting, because I would genuinely love to put him higher than this, believe me. Let me know in the comments below if there's any other characters you'd like to see me power scale. This doesn't even have to be limited to the Helluva Boss or Hazbin Hotel series either. I'd love to know your thoughts. I really do appreciate the patience y'all have been having with me as of late too. With uploads being not as frequent as they used to be, moving out of my old place, the hiatuses / conclusions of shows my channel was focused on for a while, along with the heat waves my area has been dealing with on top of no proper AC in my office area, has, needless to say, made it a tad difficult for me to focus lately. I'm hoping that at the very least the temps over here can start to drop a little bit more consistently soon. Also, I want to give a quick thank you to Brandon Rogers for actually commenting on my Blitz video. It'd be very dope if Bryce Pinkham could also end up finding this video. If you do end up finding this video, Bryce, thank you in advance for watching it, and I hope you enjoyed. Of course, if you did enjoy this video, be sure to leave a like down below. It helps out a ton. But for now, I will see you guys next time. Peace out. Take care. Bye-bye.